I got this. Okay, as we were saying the last time, please, sorry, there's a simpler way of, easiest way of getting solar charge controller is done by solar charge controller sizing. You know, we said they are rated in amps. Is so for you to get your solar charge controller rating is very simple. Overall solar size, which is 1,600, divide by our operating voltage, which happens to be 24. You understand? Which happens to be what? 24. So if you do that, you discover that we will get, what do we call it? We will get 1,600 divided by 24. You know the 24 where it's coming from? 24 is the operating voltage. You remember our battery is a 24-volt system. Understand? Our inverter battery system is a 24-volt system. We said our inverter is a 1.5 kilowatts, 24 volts. So that is where we got the 24 volts from. The system operating voltage is a 24 volts operating system. So we got 66.67. You understand? So 66.67 amps is actually you hardly conventionally what the controllers you see in the market comes in 20, 40, 60, 80. You understand? So it's not advisable to always go below. I always give room for expansion or for whatever in the future. So I think it will be wiser to go for an 80 amps charge controller. And if we look at it, the same thing applies here. You understand? This is for the MPPT. We go for 24 volts. So our we'll go for a charge controller will be if you're using the MPPT, charge controller will be 24 volts /80 amps MPPT here. So the same thing applies for this man right here. It's going to still be controllers 1,600 divided by, is still a 24-volt system, which gives us 66.67 amps, which is still going to be controller type is going to be still going to be the same but it's going to be a PWM. You understand? PWM controller. So that is just the basic these are the basics, you understand? So but the fact remains, our inverter, we've gotten, first of all, you remember we've gotten our inverter battery cable sizing. We got it. This one now, we now went further to get our, what do we call it? If we're using a PWM type of, let me differentiate them. If you're using a PWM type of, controller, you actually require a thicker cable diameter from your solar panel to your charge controller, you understand? Since the voltage is low and the current will definitely have to be high, you understand? The current has to be high. So if you're using an MPPT controller, the operating voltage at the solar panel level can be made high, since the MPPT controller has the ability of handling higher voltages. So you discover that the current you're sending in from the solar panel becomes small, so which gives you the room to make use of a smaller cable diameter if you're using an MPPT controller. Then, but basically the two types of controllers you will use will be the same, only that one will be PWM type or the MPPT type. But there is no comparison between the MPPT and the PWM in terms of power delivery. If you're using an MPPT charge controller, you will see the delivery. The delivery is superb. In fact, from my own experience, the delivery of of an MPPT. MPPT, I look at it this way. An MPPT has the ability of delivering 2/3 of your operating of your solar capacity. It can harness 2/3, while the MPPT can harness 3/3. So if you have that in mind, that means the MPPT controller is much more efficient than the PWM charge controller. From experience and everything, I have seen the difference. You cannot even compare, you understand? You can't even compare. So that is that. I don't know whether there's any question or suggestion or addition.
Okay, so what about the cable from the charge controller to the battery?
The cable from the charge controller to the battery, remember we've already talked about it earlier. If you look at the first thing we did here is inverter. Okay, inverter battery cable. Good, sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm getting it twisted. So now, we all know that from our inverter to from our charge controller to the battery, you understand? We already know that this is the amount of current, you know, for the PWM and the MPPT, we're all looking at 66 amps as the what? As the current we are all going to be handling, you understand? I don't know if you get the point. 66 amps is what we're actually going to be handling. So it's very straightforward. We could just come to our chart, you understand, and look at our chart. I had a chart before that I shared. If you look at it, sorry, sorry, not this. The chart I heard. Okay. 1 minute, so trying to bring up the chart. Okay, if you look at this chart, you understand. So it's quite this thing that I don't have. The table didn't carry 16 mm and 10 mm and 6 mm, from 6 mm, 4 mm, 6 mm. It started from 25 mm because actually that's majority of what we do. So if we're talking of 66 amps, you understand? 66 amps should fall within, let me be sure. Let me be sure. Let me see if I can get another chat online so that I can share it with us quickly within this time we have left. Cable carrying current. DC cable current carrying capacity chart. See quickly if I can see a very there's another figure. Well, there's a good figure that I got here that shows us good DC blah 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 blah. There's a diagram I want to share with us. Good. So now let me stop sharing this. Share this particular one that I got. Good. So if you look at this, what I have here, you understand? If you look at this, though these are somehow not flexible cables, you understand? Not flexible cables. So, and this one, there is no, oh, there's no MM stuff. It's not, okay, let me see. Let me see if I can see something better. Share with us. Are you seeing my screen? Sorry. I'm just trying to get something good.
Yes.
Trying to get something good. Okay. Coral. It's a chart. I just need a chart, you understand? A chart will be a better way. A chart is a better way of, a chart would give us a better understanding, not all these cable calculators, no. Okay, let's just look at it this way, please. Let's look at it this way. Let's look at it this way, my dear guys. Let's look at it this way. Let's just work with what we have first. So we did our calculation. We discovered that the current the charge controller will be handling maximum is what? 66.67 amps. So we can easily go to a chart and see where does 66 or 60 amps current fall in place, you understand? Where does it fall to? So if it falls to 25, 15, 16 mm, you understand? We could now say, okay, a 16 mm cable will be what will be perfect for our, you understand, for our solar controller to charge to battery connection, you understand? Assuming after calculation, we got 90 amps, you understand? Assuming we got 90 amps, we could just simply come here and say 90 amps, it falls between 120 and this. A 25 mm cable would work, you understand? Since we're expecting 90 amps to flow from the charge controller to the battery. You understand the logic there, my people, you understand? What you need to know is just to know the amount of current that the charge controller will be handling. If you know the amount of current, which is easily gotten by solar charge control capacity divided by operating voltage of your system. If you get it, once you get it, you will now be able to know the amps or amperage you're handling. And you now take the amperage and compare it against a cable chart. If you compare it against a cable chart, you will see the particular cable size that fits it. You now use the particular cable size for solar charge controller to battery connection. Already we've done battery to inverter. If you remember, we've done that. We've already calculated it, you understand? So we've gotten cable sizing from solar panels to our charge controller. Then from our charge controller to our battery can easily be gotten by using the current we'll be handling, by the current the charge controller will be handling against a chart. It will give you now use it against a chart to pick a particular cable that will serve you well. Then for battery to inverter is very easy. It's just for you to divide to peak load, you understand? Peak load by operating voltage, you understand? So you get you get the particular current. If you get a particular current, you now come to the cable chart to determine the cable that will fit it, you understand? So I don't know if there's any other question.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
My question is not really related to today's teaching, but I think last week.
Okay.
If I have 150 watts, like 4,
Yes, sir.
and I want to connect them on a 24-volt system.
Yes, sir.
If I pair two in series, I
Yes.
think that's the connection, right?
Okay.
And if I want to add a 300 watts
Yes, sir.
panel,
Yes, sir.
which is 24 volts,
Okay, sir.
I think the voltage usually comes the voltage on the panel, like 150 watts, is usually reads like 17 or so.
Yes, around 17, 18, yeah.
Yeah, which if I do the series connection, it will give me like 36.
Okay, 36. Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And then if the 300 watts usually comes with like 36 or so
Yes.
volts.
Yes, sir.
So my question is, can I add that 300 to the other 4 panels
Yes. You see,
on the same system?
yes, it will work very well. You see,
Okay.
your 17 or 18 volts on the 150. If you series two, you already have
Yes.
30 something,
30,
right? 36.
36.
So
Yes.
if you
Yeah.
have 36,
Yeah.
then your single 300 comes with around
Mm.
36, 35, 36, 37. You understand? So
Yes. Yes.
it works pretty fine. You understand? It works very fine. No issues. You can
Okay. The
combine them.
voltage difference will not be an issue.
No, it will not be an issue. No, the voltage difference is not an issue.
Okay.
It's the voltage
Okay.
difference. You know, solar panels, they actually don't produce a constant voltage. You should know that. The voltage depends on
Yes.
the
Yes. Yes.
intensity of the
Yeah.
sun, you understand? So there is enough
Yes. Yes.
room or tolerance for all those fluctuations, you understand? When
Okay.
they
Okay.
work together.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Any other
It's very
question?
clear.
Because it's already 4 o'clock.
Okay. Yes. We wish Arsenal the best too.
Which Arsenal?
No, Arsenal, they will carry shit.
Ah.
So in the absence of
Yeah.
any, me, I'm already in my living room looking for my remote control.
Okay, sir. Best of luck. Yeah.
Thank
Wish you the
you.
best.
Thank you, sirs.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
See
Thank
you
you,
guys
sir.
next week.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.